Since March 2020, throughout the world, we all are facing a single problem, and that is COVID-19 pandemic. This is Dr. Bhavna Prasad, consultant neuropsychiatrist, also a specialist in child psychiatry. Here, I'll be discussing about how this COVID-19 pandemic and the lockdown is affecting our children psychologically. As we all know, due to lockdown, almost since 1 year, children are not going to school or colleges, and their education is mainly through online. So there are several reasons how this lockdown is affecting our children psychologically. So to begin with, first of all, as they're not going to school, they're not meeting their friends or teachers directly. So the communication what they were happening is not happening now like before. Second, the regular routine which they were following for the past many years has not been able to follow, and that is disturbed drastically. Third, compared to elders, children have enormous amount of physical energy. When they were going to school, that energy was burnt out in school, and also they were going out playing outdoor games or some other form of extracurricular activities were also there. So by the time they come back to home, they will be physically burnt out and somehow they were calm. But now, as that is not happening, all that physical energy is diverted towards more of destructive work. For little older children, staying at home all the time and being monitored by their parents or any elders continuously is definitely causing a lot of suffocation, because they have lost that personal space which they had before. Also, older children, especially those who are studying in high school in 10th or 12th, they would have already made some plans for their futures, for example, going abroad or going to residential school. So those kinds of plans which they are already made has been either postponed or cancelled completely or changed because of the current pandemic. Also, there are a lot of unanswered questions in their minds, like when will this going to end? When will I be able to get back to school? Will I ever be able to meet my friends and go back to school like before? So all these kind of questions which nobody has answers are definitely bothering our children. Along with all these reasons, there is one more reason which is causing mental stress in children, and that is parental stress. Due to various reasons, even elders like parents are also going through a lot of stress. And also because of this homeschooling and online education, parental role has increased by 3 times. So all this pressure, along with that, they also have work pressure plus fear of getting infected or what if something happens to. So all this kind of frustration, irritation in parents is definitely influencing our children. So if parents are stressed, if parents are having some kind of mental stress, definitely that is transferred to our children also. So parental stress is also one of the reasons. So these are all the reasons which how lockdown is affecting our children. Now let us concentrate on what should be done so that our children are not stressed out during this lockdown. So to begin with, I will give you few tips which are basic tips which should be followed at home. First and foremost, parents should stay calm. Kindly take care of your mental health. Have some form of physical activity, do yoga, meditation, or if you're having some problem, kindly ventilate or discuss with somebody. If nothing is helping you, then it is the time that you take some professional help. So first and foremost, take care of your health. The next is certain rules that should be followed at home during lockdown. One is have a regular routine for your kid. At least 3 things you should keep in mind. One is about sleep, then eating habit, and then exercise. These 3 should be followed regularly and consistently, not only by children but also by all the family members. A child should sleep for at least 6 to 8 hours. 3 nutritive meal in a day. And remember, in the last 1 year, we all have observed that because they are staying at home, no physical activity and eating a lot of junks has definitely increased their weight. So childhood obesity is not good. So make sure that you give them some healthy snacks. Because of the boredom, they are going to ask for food many times. So keep that in mind. And then encourage them to exercise at least 30 minutes in a day. anything that can be done inside the home, like aerobic, zumba, dance, or doing skipping, or any sort of such activity should be encouraged and strictly told to the kid that should be followed. Next is involve them in the household activities. Depending upon the age of the child, involve them in the household activity. It doesn't matter even if they don't do it properly or on time, but involve them. Keeping them involved in some form of activity throughout the day is very important, otherwise they become restless. In this process, definitely house is going to get dirty or things are not done like before, but that is okay. You have to tell yourself that it is okay, but let the child do something. Then kindly share all the household activities or the responsibilities among all the family members. Also, however busy you are, kindly spend at least 2 hours in a do that should be a quality time should be spent with your child. Depending on the age of the child, that could be like playing with your child, reading storybooks with him, or doing any form of activities with the child. And during that time, kindly keep your phone or mobile or any form of your personal work away, and that 2 hours should be spent or dedicated completely to your child, because this is definitely going to improve your relationship with the child, and also it is going to de-stress your and child's stress, right? So this is about next third point. Next is be little flexible. I understand that parents should be strict while disciplining your kid, but during this situation you should not be so strict, and give them some freedom or give them some choices so that they decide what should be done. And prioritize yourself, prioritize few things that will be monitored strictly, like for example eating habits, sleeping and exercising, or limiting the screen time. These should be followed very strictly. But there are many silly reasons which parents are behind the kid, like for example how he should be dressing up, what he should be wearing, when he should take bath, or there are many things which we keep on nagging them throughout the day. I think that should be avoided during this time, because otherwise they'll get so frustrated and they become rebel, or they will not even follow what things which are to be followed strictly. So be little relaxed and be little liberal with your child. And then is, do not always criticize them. It is not a child, or it is not parents' duty to only pinpoint or find out the mistakes which your child is doing. Rather, also appreciate them, praise them for the little or the more good works they do, because praising or appreciating is definitely going to improve that particular behavior in your child. And remember, by praising you are not spoiling your child. That is a misconception which most of us have, that parents should not praise, otherwise we are spoiling them. Do not do that. Praise them, appreciate them. And next is, nowadays wherever you go, all the news channels, even if you discuss anything with your friends, colleagues, relatives, among the family members, we only discuss about COVID-19 related news. How many deaths are happening, how many cases are happening, beds are not available, oxygen is not available. So I think children should be kept away from such newses, and they should not be informed about something which is not true, and also which you also don't know whether it is correct or not. And do not believe such newses, and that should not be discussed in front of your child. Also reassure your child that nothing is going to happen if we take proper precautions, wear mask, avoid social gathering, and if we get vaccinated. So because otherwise the child will develop some form of fear, or that something is going to happen. What if my parents die? What if something happens to them? So that should be kept in mind, and that should happen very often, that nothing will happen. Also reassure them that this stage or this situation is temporary. This is not going to continue. Only this is a temporary phase, and definitely you are going to get back to your normal life. You are going to get back to your school, because otherwise the child will have that fear. Okay, because as a child, even if you look back at your childhood, the only things which we remember are, one is school, another one is friends. So your children is missing the most important part of the childhood, and that is going to school. So you should show that empathy, understand their problem, understand how frustrating it is for a kid to stay at home all the time and not to meet their friends or do any kind of outdoor activities. So have that in mind and stop blaming them or scolding them throughout the day, because that is not going to help. These are some of the things which you should be followed at home. Now, how to pick up, how to understand, or how will you get to know that my child is going through mental stress? Because like elders, children do not have the ability to express their feelings verbally. Rather, what they do is they show some abnormal behaviors which indicates that your child is going through some mental stress, and that depends on the age of the child. Now, if your child is less than 10 years, what are the behavior problems which we pick up are: one is tantrums, or crying unnecessarily, being very cranky about eating or sleeping habits, thumb sucking, nail biting, then bedwetting. These are the abnormal behaviors which you see in younger children. Suppose if they are more than 12, 13 years up to that 19, that whatever you call it as teenage or the adolescent, during this age, children usually they show some form of emotional problems like mood swings, getting angry, irritable, or not talking to the family members, staying alone, decreased concentration on studies, decreased performance, or not doing this assignments, not following the routine. So these kind of rebel behavior, or talking against the parents, or not following or doing exactly opposite to whatever they say. So these kind of behaviors are usually seen in adolescents. Also, sometimes they will also express that I'm feeling fearful, I'm feeling sad, I'm having panic attacks, I feel I don't get enough sleep. So these kind of symptoms sometimes are noticed by the child itself, and the child will ventilate or inform to their parents. And sometimes if these minor behaviors are neglected, they can go into the extreme. They might take up the extreme steps like running away from home, committing suicidal attempts, some form of self-harm. So these kind of behaviors can also be seen, because you all must know that any form of physical illness will definitely show the signs and symptoms, and it is easy to pick up. But when it comes to mental illness or mental stress, there are no particular symptoms which will be seen like that. But you should observe in a child that is there any behavior changes in my child. And remember, you should not compare your child to any other child. Compare your child to your own child, how he was few months ago or year ago, because any change in the behavior recently which you have noticed in your child is an indication that your child is suffering through some form of mental stress. It is a warning sign which should not be ignored, because it might lead to some serious consequences in future. Okay, so as a parent, it is your duty that you also stay healthy mentally and physically, stay stress free, stay healthy, and make sure that your child is also mentally stress free. So I think these tips, if you follow at home, then this lockdown, you will not see any kind of mental frustration in your child during this lockdown. And remember one thing, this situation is not faced by only you or me. It is throughout the world, everybody is facing. And when you know that, when you don't know the future, like, there is so much of uncertainty about the future, that when is this going to end, when will this period is going to end. So when you know that you don't have answer for such situation, the only answer or only thing that you should be doing is stay healthy, stay happy, and learn how to handle this situation. So I hope this video was helpful in knowing how to handle this situation. So if you like the video, kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, I'll be available for online consultation, and the WhatsApp contact number will be linked in the description box. Thank you.